How many of you are new to oils and are trying to figure out what should I use, how should I use it, and when should I use it, how much should I use it? Well, I'm just going to show you a little quick thing on what I take with me when I go out and about. So we're going to look in my purse, and I'll show you the oils that I take with me and how I use them. Ready? So here's my purse, okay? And I'm going to show you these little black keychains. I want to take a lot of oils with me, and it's hard to take a large bag. So when I use these little keychains, they work out awesome because they're just right, and I can take about 16 oils with me. So if you don't know where to get these, they're just, you can order them at My doTERRA on your order form. Just go look under black keychain. They also have purple ones too. So let's just open this up, and I'll show you what's in mine and why. Okay, let's start with this one here. So I will show you in here what I have. So you can see I have in there Balance, Frankincense, On Guard, Past Tense, Peppermint, Wild Orange, and Deep Blue. And I'll tell you why I have each of those. So number one, Balance. I keep that with me all the time, everywhere, because you actually never know when you're going to feel like you're going to scream. If you ever have any type of stressful situation, a little bit of where your heart's pounding, that's awesome to have. I also keep this with me because every time I go get my blood drawn, this is what helps me get my blood drawn. And I'll tell you why. For those who've never heard of this before, I encourage you to take this out if you've never done it. Take a little bit of balance oil and put it on your wrist, okay? I'm going to stick it right here on my wrist. And then just rub it together. And you may not be able to see it on here, but eventually your veins will start coming to the surface. And I'm just going to see if it actually can show it on here. It may not, but your veins will then start poking out right there, wherever you put them. So if you're going to put it up here when you get your blood drawn. So I always have that balance oil with me for those two very reasons, okay? I love that smell. All right, so let's take out some frankincense. Frankincense is awesome for anything. They call it the king of oil, so you should always have this because if there's an oil that you don't have in here and you're not quite sure what to use, then you use frankincense. Okay, this is great for any type of a skin issue. So the other day when I had scraped myself, this is what I put on it, along with lavender. And I would just go like this, okay? So frankincense, always have that, need it, you never know what for. Actually, the other day I had somebody who had fallen, hit in their head, and they had a large little goose egg right on the front of their head. And this is what I used for that. Rubbed it right on their head. They were doing great. Okay, On Guard. You never know if you're going to have a scratchy throat, you're coughing a lot. This is awesome. What I do with this is I actually just open up my throat, dump it in like that. Put it right on my throat. Great. Oh, I got some in there. And it will be awesome for you. I'm going to take a drink of water too. So I usually will put it right in there and just follow it with a little bit of water. You'll feel it tingling in your throat. Excellent. Especially if you feel anything coming on. All right. Past tense. Always need to have past tense with you. This is what I use for any type of tension on my head. You put it right here on your forehead. On the back of your neck. I also will put it anywhere I feel any type of uncomfortableness on my head, okay? So if your head feels like it's pounding, that's what you need. Always have that on hand, always, as for my kids as well. Okay, I have peppermint and wild orange in here. These two are excellent for focus or a little pick-me-up in the middle of the day, 2, 3 o'clock, you're just dragging. Excellent for that. If you're taking the vitamins, you probably won't ever be feeling that, but maybe somebody else will. So I actually keep these with me more for other people than I do myself. Yeah? So anytime I'm out and about in public, and I do this quite often, I take a child or myself and I get this wild orange and I will open that up, slather it all over me, and I cannot begin to tell you how many times somebody around me will say, "What is that smell? It smells like oranges." And then they ask me questions about essential oils. It's a great way for me to share what I know about essential oils. And that's when I will then give them a little A to Z guide or something because they want to know more. They're asking me questions, right? And then the peppermint I also use to cool off. So I live in Arizona, and I will take this and I will actually just put little drops on the back of my neck. I can even have it in a squirt bottle, but this just totally cools you off. Throw on the back of your neck. Excellent. Okay, and the last one, and this little one, is Deep Blue. And Deep Blue I use for any type of issues where maybe my shoulder feels tight. I have an ankle where the muscles are just very, very sore. That is excellent for that. Back issues, okay, you never know you're gonna have those. Okay, so that was my first one, and here's my second one. These ones I use a lot for, I would say, emotional support, okay? So let's start with lime. I always keep that with me because I put it in my water. Oh, awesome. Digestin, always have that for any type of stomach issues, digestive issues, doesn't matter what it is, always have that with me, and I would say I use this more than any of them. So what I do is anytime I feel uncomfortable, say I ate something and my stomach just feels, ugh, I just rub it directly right on my stomach. Wow, within a minute, works immediately. Okay, elevation. There might be days throughout whatever time where I'm just feeling like I need a little pick-me-up. That's the one that I rub. And how I do it is I will just drop it in my hand, rub it together, breathe it in. And immediately I can feel my heart just calming down. Elevation does that for me. Okay, let's look at Douglas fir. Now, the main reason I put this in here is just because I really, really like the smell. So if there's an oil in here that you like the smell of, always stick it in there because you want something with your always going to love. Oh, my favorite. That together with lime, if you have not tried it, you need to. Okay, console. Now, one of the main reasons I have this in here is because a lot of times I am giving out oils just to help other people. There was somebody in my life who needed console, and I put that in here to give to them. I haven't given it to them yet, but it's in there to be ready for them. Motivate, that one is also for me as well. If throughout the day I feel like lost my drive, this is what I put on. Again, same thing. Most of the time, I'm just putting it in my hands, breathing it in, rubbing it on the back of my neck. Breathe oil, any type of respiratory condition. Doesn't matter what it is, okay? Rub it on your chest. Take a deep breath and count to 10. Add lime with this, it works even better, okay? You can even swipe it under your nose and you'll feel that your lungs just start opening. Okay, and the last one I have in here is Melissa. Melissa is what I will use on the days when it's just a really bad day for me. Doesn't happen very often, but I do this. I will take Melissa and I will just dot it right here. This is a chakra area, or your third eye. And I will put it right underneath my nose. I'm going to smell good today. So that's what I do with Melissa oil. So there you go. In these two little compartments, I can take all the oils I need with me and my purse, and I'm ready to go. Awesome. Okay, what do you put in yours?